What's up guys, it's Trader Neil here, coming at you with another stream. If you guys like what you see, as always, I would very much appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. And just a heads up, after you guys are done watching the stream, I have went ahead and posted a post in the community tab here with all the setups from the stream so you guys can have them in a nice concise way. Alright guys, enjoy. See, this is a important support area, just looking left from our top here that we made on Monday highs here to where we are now. I personally did not take a long here. I know we're at support, but I am still looking for lower levels before I'm going to be interested. Yeah, turn it off. Okay, no problem. I'll just turn it off, guys. One second. A little too distracting, so no problem. So just looking at BTC here, guys, I am personally still looking for lower before I take a long. Like I said, bounced off support here, but where I'm going to be looking at to start layering in for a potential long opportunity comes at daily support here at 65 to 88 or so. Also, as you guys can see, looking left in this range, we had a nice bounce here in the beginning, in sort of mid-March here at the beginning of April, rejections here in April, and here at the beginning of May before we turned it back into support. I am just not really liking what I'm seeing in terms of a market structure point of view here. Yesterday, this candle that we had pretty much at the beginning of New York Open, we failed to close with a 4-hour higher high. So if I get rid of this SR line, we had the opportunity to do so, but we ended up simply taking the liquidity and still closing below it, which was not a good sign. So now this downtrend, at least on the 4-hour, is still continuing. Our first high here, lower high, and lower high. So my thoughts are pretty much like this. I would like to see us at least break above this 4-hour order block here for something like this before I go long, which is also weekly open and daily open. Personally, what I think is more probable and what I would be interested in is taking a short opportunity here. If we do have like a scam move up, I would be interested in something like this. For basically just looking at a continuation of this downtrend. As long as, like I said, as long as we're making lower highs on the 4-hour, then I don't see a reason to go long yet until we come down to, in my opinion, stronger support. So we come up, I would very likely take a short here and then be looking for these daily lows. Dude doesn't understand. Oh man. I mean, here's the thing, guys. Coming to these streams, been doing them for a while. It's one of those things that, like, we'll do some beginner focused streams, especially when we launch Academy Pro and everything. But for now, I'm sure a lot of you guys that are following my calls, things like that, have been leverage trading for a little while. So personally, I think starting out with my exact thoughts and setups, things like that, will be more useful to more people. Also, on the 4-hour, we did break this uptrend, as you can see. So us coming up for a retest and then lower would not surprise me. So this is what I'm looking at next on BTC. Other than that, I would like to see something like this for a possible trade. Taking a long at this daily level here. And then at this point, I would be looking for top side of range again. Also, on the 4-hour RSI, I don't like that we're hanging out below the 50 level here. That's not a sign of strength for me. If we were, for example, hanging out up here and this bounce coincided with this 50 level, then I would be more hopeful in a bounce. But right now, I think we're just following trend. All right. So basically my two areas of interest for BTC at the moment, guys. Could this potentially be the low and we have a push up? That's very possible, and the short might get wrecked. But I'm a trend trader, and on the 4-hour, I see a downtrend here, lower highs. So I'm going to continue to follow that until we come down to key level. What's up, Weather? How you doing, man? What's up, Torpedo? Yeah, and tonight is monthly candle close too. So it'll be interesting to see if we close a monthly above 67K. At the moment, guys, we basically, if you look at things in terms of just a monthly point of view, we rejected here at this monthly level, which was pretty good confluence for a potential short in hindsight, of course. And so if this is my thoughts here, if we close anywhere above this level at 65.41, this is going to become another monthly level. So if June ends up becoming a red month, at least to begin with, I would be looking to take a long back here at this monthly. So far, to me, market structure wise, guys, Bitcoin does not look bad here on a monthly time frame. You are still above the support level, and nothing here is screaming bearish yet. If we start closing the monthly back below 58,806, that would, to me, pull up some more red flags. And that would worry me a little bit more that, lower 50s, 47 is possible. But until then, I'm not getting bearish yet. Bro is haggling Weatherman in the chat about his calls. Dude, Caleb, that looks beautiful, man. That's a nice weather day. Bro, here in Oklahoma, I'm so jealous, man. Those hills and everything. I see that cliff on the left. That's freaking beautiful, man. We have nothing but flat everything here. Nothing. Calling me a bear is crazy, bro. You guys know that I'm not a bear. Weekly time frame, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This isn't the best looking weekly that we had last week. So, yeah. Although we talked about this monthly confluence here, which, as you can see, it's a monthly open. We also have a weekly level right here. So on a swing trade sort of basis, cleanest swing trade would be something like this for me if we came down to here. I'm not sure if we get that, but just going to show you. Is the one which kicked... Yeah, man. I mean, I'm telling you guys, back in September, October, most people were still swing shorting and still in short mode. And I was giving spot plays, leverage longing. If you guys look back on that, I have like 5 or 6 leverage plays, injective, render, atom, CRV that all hit for 50 to 100% gains on those, because that's when I started swing longing there. So it's one of those things, guys, like you just follow the trend, you watch for reversals, that sort of thing, and you use what the charts tell you. And right now, this looks like a clean rejection of range highs. So as you guys can see, like I talked about earlier, I'm looking for mid-range to give us some more confluence for more trades in the future. Taking a fib pull here. You've got the golden pocket coming down at the bottom side of this range. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is if we lose this long zone here at the daily that I gave you guys earlier, then I'd be looking for us to come down again to range lows again. Okay. But for now, I am not super worried about that. Not only do you have a weekly there, but look, you've got a daily level as well. So you have a lot of support coming in at these lower levels. All right. What is that flag down there in the chart? I'm trying to see. Oh, I'm pretty sure these are just New York opens or something like that. Oh, no. Never mind. We got data points. So I know PCE came out today. We did have some bearish economic news come out today for the stock market. So I don't usually look at stocks with you guys, but as you guys can see, taking a pummeling today. And not gonna lie to you guys, this is a pretty nasty bearish divergence on the weekly on the S&P 500. Higher highs on price action, lower highs on the RSI. So that doesn't look great. To me, this looks like it's possibly going to come down to this 50 level, get a reset, and then push up. And so where does that coincide with? At least this $5,000 level. And I honestly would not be surprised if we come down here next on the S&P 500. On a daily basis, maybe we come down there and start forming a range. We will see. Not a whole lot of stocks I'm looking to get into right now. I just haven't had time to really take a look at them. Been focused more on crypto. But yeah, maybe if I get more time or if crypto starts moving sideways a little longer, I'll start checking out stocks a little more. All right, so let's go ahead and look at Ethereum next. So Ethereum here, guys, let's go on, do a weekly chart. Then we'll go down to lower time frames after that. Ethereum on the weekly, anywhere above this 3647 level still looks good. Let's go down to the daily. As you guys can see on Ethereum, as long as you're above that level, you're still hanging out in top side of this range here. Once you start losing 3647 on the daily, that's when you start having more issues. That's when coming down to 3260 and these lower levels becomes much more likely. So my thoughts on ETH pretty much like this. If this breakout is to continue to the upside, then I would be looking to take a long at around 3650 on ETH, and I will simply just cut it if we close the daily below that. So you can essentially like tighten your stops, and I mean it doesn't really matter when it comes to the stop exact level here, because Like I said, my invalidation is a close below 36.50 on the daily. Basically got rejected today on weekly open. And so I think patience is key here on ETH. You're basically just chilling at mid-range of here on this daily. So I'm not taking any longs on ETH yet. I'd be waiting for lower prices. And if this doesn't work out, then to be honest, guys, as you guys can see, you have this huge candle to the upside here, this imbalance. So not be surprised if that gets filled. Other confluences, taking a fib pull from low to high. You've got the golden pocket sitting perfectly at that 3260 level I just talked about. So next long opportunity, you might get a bounce off the 0.5 level of this FVG. But for swing traders, this is where I'd be looking at next. Let's go monthly recap live. Great month by the team this month, guys. Really good results. How about for scalpers? Oh, yeah, E. All right, okay. Well, for scalpers, let's go on lower time frames. Let's get on the 4 hour, let's go on the 1 hour. I mean, the only thing I see here is this level on this liquidity grab we had on the ETF day. You could take a potential long there. I'm not really looking at anything else, though, to be honest, on ETH. The same level I talked about earlier, this 3650 one, is the one I would be looking at, even for scalping. All right. Sweet. So that's Ethereum. Already posted screenshot in chat. Okay. Take a look at Solana. So if you guys are following me on my Twitter, I talked about Sol yesterday. Basically just said that on the daily on Sol, things still look good from a TA perspective. Let me get rid of some of these lines, make it a little more clear. So my thoughts are like this on Sol. Anywhere above these levels, above your previous range here, Sol still looks fine on the daily. My issues with Solana in general is that the sentiment for this coin in the ecosystem is really bothering me. Like, it's giving me market top vibes, not gonna lie, at least short-term top vibes on Sol. Like, all this celebrity pump shit and these influencers coming in wanting to launch their own tokens on Sol, which I really don't like. It's not giving me confidence in Solana right now. Sticking to just TA, which is what my specialty is, above 170, 157 in this zone in the bottom of the side of this range, it looks fine. So that's what I'll tell you guys. Like, if you start losing this zone on Sol, that's when problems start to happen, in my opinion. Because to me, if you lose that zone on Sol, then this basically gets confirmed as a lower high here on the daily. 4 hour chart on Sol. See if that uptrend is still holding. I think it's not. It is. Yep, it's being lost here now. So you are losing this uptrend here on the daily, on the 4 hour, which I don't really like. It's not a death sentence by any means, but I would really like things to start picking up sooner rather than later. Harmonic wise, had a nice bounce at this 886. So for a type 2, come down, hit that level again, and get a bounce. That's very possible. Maybe you come down a little lower to the bottom side of this range and get something like that. So I would be interested in really something like this. Getting in at the bottom side of that range on Sol. If this harmonic is to play out, then you should get a nice trade opportunity off of this. Okay, so pretty much what I'm looking at on Sol. I mean, the 1 hour time frame is downtrending now. So if I get rid of these squiggles, as you can see, this was your high on the rally on the 1 hour time frame here after you got your first reaction off the 886. And so at this point, coming down to retest those levels would not surprise me. Okay, so that's my thoughts on Solana here. And yeah, if you guys want me to look at a couple more coins, give me 2 more before I head out. Yeah, this is recorded, so you guys can watch it after I'm done. Looks like a lot of people want Phantom, and then we'll look at VANRY because it's one of the stronger coins. Phantom here on the 4 hour chart. Basically, you're holding support. That looks pretty good. Let's see. It's actually not looking too bad here. You don't have any 4 hour divs or anything. So actually what I'd be interested here on Phantom, I wouldn't take the long right now. However, what I would really like to see, and I'm going to throw an alert right here, is a break above this level on the 4 hour, make a 4 hour higher high, and then get in on a potential higher low for something like that. If you can't break a back above 0.793, then I think this pushes lower, comes down to this bottom side of range. But if you can start to break above and start making higher highs again on the 4 hour, then that would be your trigger for me. Then you can potentially take this back up to top side of range. Yeah, so you guys don't have to ask me if I'm in any of my calls that I've given in my channel. So all my leverage calls, Flow, Gala, WorldCoin, none of them, besides I think Flow today, have hit DCA, and I have 2 DCAs on all of them. So you just got to be patient, guys. They're all swing trades. That's why I go in light on my first entry, because whenever BTC cucks the market and pushes things down, then I can get way better average prices after my DCAs fill and get in good profits. Once that happens, if BTC has a bounce, then boom, you're already up very nicely. But if you're not patient and you don't wait for that to happen and you just panic sell, well, that's you shouldn't be taking my trades, because that's not how I do it. What's up, Seb? All right, so the daily here on VANRY, let me pull up a different chart. This does not have like any data. See, probably the KuCoin chart has enough. Yeah, so I already took a VANRY long the other day here. Still doing pretty well here. Essentially, my idea was this thing hit a nice bullish bat and is one of the only coins in this market that is continuously uptrending. It's basically just being T-WAP to the upside. You can see just higher highs, higher lows, very structurally sound here. In terms of what I would do now, let me go ahead and I need another chart. I bet Mexi has it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So VANRY has a couple areas of interest if it keeps pushing to the upside. You've got daily ranges coming in above 2.2 and above 2.53. So what I would like to see is price action pushing back up, reclaiming this level, getting rejected, and then you could get in on this retest or something like that. And so what I'm saying here is I wouldn't enter. On this flip, I would wait for to come up to top side of range and then get in here for something like that. Other than that, I mean, pretty simple case of just playing the uptrend here. And so coming down to maybe this daily level here, if you get a dip down here for potential long, could take something like that. All right. So basically 2 options I'm looking at for VANRY. Not a coin I'm looking to short necessarily because it is uptrending very nicely and it hasn't broke that uptrend on pretty much any time frame besides very low ones. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, if I get into Phantom, if it does what I'm looking at above there, then I will update it. Cool. All right. And then I don't think I'm gonna look at a dog. I'm sorry. Anyways, give me one. Let's do a meme coin before we head out. I gotta go pretty soon, but I know lots of people want insights on those, so give me one and then we'll head out. Gala, yeah, that's definitely a meme coin. Thanks for giving me those. Yeah, it seems like most people want PEPE. We can look at PEPE. Okay, PEPE here. Daily level coming up at 167. Daily resistance. Top side of range here. Daily level there. Yes, so throw that on there and let's go to lower time frames as well. Thing that I do like about PEPE is it looks like it's trying to break back above this 4-hour high here. So something like this, where if the 4-hour closes with a higher high above 0.153, then I'd be looking to get in on a pullback to this golden pocket before another push. Just gonna leave only the golden pocket on here. And then I would try to take this daily resistance next. Stops on all my trades that I'm giving guys are 4-hour closes. I'm sure you guys already know that, but just want to reiterate. I'm not super interested on the flip itself, but more so on the sign of strength if it closes above this resistance, and then getting in on the pullback. I didn't believe you, E, when you said we're coming close to new all-time highs over and over again. Did I really not? I don't even remember, man. Pepe is such a strong coin, though. And then, of course, this doesn't work out, then I'd be looking for lower prices after that. You haven't swept these lows on Pepe yet. You got really close to it, so that would be an area of interest too. Around 125 or so. All right. So went over to BTC, ETH, Sol, Phantom, VANRY, Pepe today. Not too bad for a Friday stream. And I mean, market's not doing a whole lot today, guys. You know, the summer could for sure be sideways, boring, but at the same time, if you don't have boring price action, sometimes you can't have the fun, volatile price action the other times. It's how the market works. It goes in ebbs and flows. So patience really rewards you as a trader. I'm not gonna lie, guys, patience is one of those things that like I reiterate time and time again. And I think most people they feel like they understand the necessity of it. They say they're like, yeah, that makes sense. Patience is key. But then, you know, once they actually see what it's like to be patient, which a lot of times is red candles before green, the panic mode sets in and they forget all about that. They just see red. So seriously, like, just be patient, wait for good setups. There's not always good setups in the market. You just got to wait for them to come to you. That's what I'll say. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Honestly, I think that's all I got for today. So really appreciate you all for being here. If anyone has any questions, just let me know after stream. E posted my favorite picture in chat, like always. Thanks, man. But yeah, that'll do it for today. Like I said, if you guys could follow me on my Twitter, my YouTube, this video will be going up later today. If you guys are interested in my class, I'll be posting signups on my Twitter later, so just have your notifications on. And yeah, YouTube fam, that's it for the stream today. Have a great rest of your week and a good weekend, and stay safe.